Depositing one player to every lane.
It's a knife landing here as well, straight onto Alpha's position. It's not the Teo Yuta we're going to see. It's a loosened grip on the gun in his hands. An opening pick for Alexic, which is so key. Started slowly against Liquid, never really got going. But a big confidence booster as NAVI are now accelerating towards B.
Yeah, reaction made, Crashies now noted, but Boaster holding on to Hookah, only momentarily. Still the advantage towards NAVI at the moment.
Oh, and great pressure from Kayak. Through the TP in support of Crashies, now this double up looks to be potent. Ruxic traded out 1-for-1. There's a situation. Yeah, the spike's out in the open. Kayak's pinged it. He's given the information back to the rest of his team, and they should expect Alexic to be making his way over from the A site. But it's too little, too late.
Needs to be careful of both players coming out of that attack wall as well. How much space is buying? Crashes.
Oh.
Tries to take a timing through it, doesn't work out, but Chronicle still not cleared.
Yeah, poses an empty threat with the classical, so you would think! Chronicle! 3 huge kills, but still, it sits on the shoulders of Boaster to close. That's where Ruxic is. Likely. No? Okay. Just takes the fight dry, and they will win it.
A lot of the open engagement's going Navi's way, but still the stall working out for Fnatic.
Alexic looking to converge onto the site. Knife gonna hit Boaster. Takes off the Astra utility, and with Alpha orbiting the edge of the smoke, Alexic has buried his second. Moving into the site now, Crashies in support. Boaster still hanging around, but it's Crashies to try and do it all. Chronicle forced into another retake on his lonesome. And this time Navi look even more favoured.
I mean, 2 players are really low here. All it would take is 1 bullet to take them out.
A clean headshot from Chronicle. Navi, you thought that the bonus round was a certainty, and just about, Hero is able to slip back into the garden against his former teammate. Wants to take that first contact as soon as the spike is met. And that'll be the information through the horn to just confirm that Chronicle is laying idle. Trying to get active, looking for a fight. Hero the first that he finds and cutting off, he has to know about Sand for now.
Well, they'll be shuffling away very quickly. That's another prawn put to the grave. At least the Bulldog was recovered back on towards Kayak, and the players on long start to see what they can find on the site. Options to hit TP if it's really needed, but they don't have Shower's control.
And the salvo is just stall for now, but Kayak is tethered, and so the spam connects to his position. One thing I will say as well is NAVI have had opening picks on every round so far, but that's not quite the equalizer, but certainly pushing Fnatic in the right direction. Alpha has an upgrade. The Hookah end of the push completely shut down. It's 4 players long, and the Fnatic members are ready, accounting for showers.
I think this is still going to be towards B, though. You don't want to chance it by going towards the TP, right? And that's exactly the case, is Navi try and execute into the site.
Fnatic caught just before the smoke plumes. It's Alpha who gets dropped. As opposed to scurrying sightwards. Crashies left elsewhere. Navi making this one clean. And when you consider the ults that they have and the ones they're coming up on, Hero just 1 off the pit now, this next rifle round could be very problematic.
Crashies can go and do a bit of damage here when you look at what's in the pockets of Navi. Bulldog not quite hitting. Crashies looks for another entry to the next engagement.
But as the Americans come into the team, speaking so much.
Once again, they put pressure towards here. Spike slowly making its way.
You're expecting the showstopper as well.
But it's been taken offline, and Alpha as well gets a kill. It's still even though, in terms of the player count, that Spike can go down.
Shao sending the Nightfall towards spawn. It's only going to connect on 2 Fnatic players, but all 3 are here and present.
Having to retake with an AWP is not ideal. The good thing is those Crashies almost has a full build, but clearing Shao in the corner is a problem. Still, with this Viper's put up, you think that Navi have the advantage. But just seen a Ruxic, and now it has to be the young man who's been good for a clutch before. It'll be Kayak towards Showers. Oh, the flash denies him a chance at the engagement. Kayak's classic instead works out. But he's got to be careful of the next swing, and it goes Navi's way.
Chronicle still orbiting in the pit though, about to get pushed from both sides, or so you'd think. The spike still waiting to go in.
Xiao has no utility to clear the pit either, so this is a real problem. As Fnatic try to make their entry back towards site. And look at Alpha, so close to heaven. And Ruxic needs to be careful. This could go back towards Fnatic. Still playing around with smoke, and that should dissipate at any moment in time.
Just replenished it, but yeah, now has to force the TP out. Alpha clipping at the heels, can't find it. Still Chronicle alive in this pit.
Still not had his chance, but now knows that the fade should be close. Alpha has got Hero as well. It's a stalemate between the two, and Ultimate's still being invested by Fnatic.
Oh, he held the steps though. Kron now has a chance.
Yeah, getting close. In the pocket, it's Xiao, and it's Kron to win it out. Still not on the spike, still not getting defused, but finally they'll have their chance now. As Angel tries to make his way through, he won't even get it though, as that spikes, and he has an op as well.
Catches out Kayak, and the response from Fnatic is to just sit and wait with bated breath. Alpha's ult being in play does make you wonder, is there some kind of a set piece they've got cooked up? But it's all looking a little reactive here. Na'Vi making the first move towards A.
Through, but Kron still gets away with a kill onto his opposite number. And that Haunt's done magic work. It's played at Kron, and it's a brilliant play. He's down to 1 HP though, so he's put on notice. And Fnatic trying to get in to support. Now Electric stuck at backside. But it's only that. Look at Long, look at the proactivity from the defense.
Kayak's moved up onto the line, and the flick finds Hero. Armageddon in. Alexic just flying past it into the backside now, but Boaster's quick on it. Faster to the fight, and Na'Vi now shut out, making their only approach from Hookah, are forced to reconsider.
I mean, on top of that, look at this drone. This is going to find Angel. Doesn't quite catch the second player as well. And Kayak straight away on the line.
Just waiting to receive it, and Kayak getting yet another suppressed mid-flight. Bit of entertainment, but still good to go.
Without date, but Ruxic up close, waiting for the utility to fade so he can get his chance at the engagement, and he'll win out and continues forward, charges forward. Doesn't get the next one, but Kayak's still on the hunt.
Huge positioning for him here. Angel is considering it.
Just caught him out, unlucky for the young duelist, but not unlucky for Navi. Well thought out, well planned.
Chance, and he does bring out the op in round number 10.
Yeah, picked it up from Kayak in the last one. Oh, nothing in terms of straight heads-up engagements. Look at Ruxic right now, all the way up short.
And the same drone from Alpha taken on this timing to clear the B space. And as Na'Vi remain resolute in their positioning towards A, you can sort of see the cogs turning. They're thinking about maybe going back and clearing B, but Ruxic certainly showing some intent here.
You know the KO's here at least.
Yeah, and 2 suppressed, so Na'Vi should begin to scale now.
Yeah, but it's whether they clear Kron in this corner. They now know the null command committed, and it's Electric actually that gets the real difference maker. They can easily pick up Angel if needed, and that's exactly what's going to happen. There's only 2 players for Fnatic left. It's Crashes. Well, actually, it's just Kayak, and he's going to opt to save that op.
Yeah, this Kayak's up a certain creek. From short, Hero waiting to see if he can return it.
This would be big if Hero could win out the engagement. Does on the first, but does he know about the second? He must have held the sets. Doesn't quite capitalise though. And now Kayak at the same time tries to respond with his showstopper, and both miss from either side.
And neither of the duelists from East able to connect. Kron in the corner, we've seen this before.
Yes, we have, and he's still not cleared. As the players come out, Fnatic demolish them. And a spike lost in no man's land. Time so low. Navi need to get a move on very quickly. Yeah. It's going to have to just come down to engagements. They're not going to be able to get this. The defense to 4 rounds. You're absolutely laughing. But Navi have just went straight into Kron's pit. And it's been a trade out. They've got rid of the ultimate Navi. Kayak, one of his own, but I mean, keeping Navi honest are Fnatic.
And Ruxic continuing this movement forwards. TP top truck tries to dink through the wall on Crashies. It will be a 3-on-3, but Navi have their pit. Oh, and they found Boaster.
Massive pick. And still initiation util to get back in here for the 2 remaining players.
It's just the stun now.
Yeah, it's gone. Very quickly just to gain that backside control. Feels like Fnatic have been wasteful getting back in here. And with time ticking away, you can't help but feel that this will be a Navi round, and they will get their 8-4 half right here, right now.
It opens up and Ruxic shows face. Stalemate trade of information. Alexic still trying to fight the front line here with Chronicle cornered. He's looking to cut him out, and it's a brilliantly played maneuver from Alexic. Another first blood in another pistol round.
Does Navi take it a step further, go and try and clear out towards A? They know that Showers is clear, and then that'll be able to make them get more numbers towards this B side, where Fnatic stand outside of.
Ruxic is low HP though, so has to walk with an air of caution. Angel on the other side throws his knife to the corner and reveals the long side of the push, but it's Hookah he needs to be concerned of. The peak slightly betrays him, but Boaster takes the timing and there's no one else to show face. Crashies has been caught in the corner. Kayak the same, but clutching it out. Shao getting one back, and that's the spike drop towards Sand.
Yeah, how do you even get round with the time pressure as well?
Ruxic didn't have to do too much there, but wanted to stop the players pushing back up. It's between Hero and Shao now to stop Fnatic recovering things. Time is so low.
Fnatic did have away from them.
Question is, did they hear those steps trailing away in market? Chronicle has reconfirmed that Na'Vi are on the aggressive, so Fnatic need to react towards A, but the snake bite, the paint shells, it's all coming out the woodworks. There's nowhere for them to go.
And look at the time. It's so low at the minute. And Fnatic's still slow rolling this.
Hitting the 20-second mark, and only then do Fnatic break the neck of the site. With Angel hanging around in the smoke within. It's a hell of a shot from Boaster. Everyone on Fnatic needs to find the mark, but it's just him right now. 3-on-3 situation, all of a sudden Na'Vi no longer favoured.
Not at all, and Hero's the next one to get the kill.
But looking at the player positions, they are stuck on the site. Crashy's playing from the pocket. The smoke's still in play. Alpha left to his own devices between the two of them. Can they take down 3? The clear on Crashy should be expected. The spam already starting to come through, but Alpha rears his head to help, horn in hand, but Crashy just wants to
make their move onto the A site.
Boaster calling a slow round, but it worked out for them in the previous. Chronicle now with the opening pick. And Na'Vi forced all the way back. The gaps filled by the salvos. The nade a little late to deny the spike plant. Man advantage for Fnatic in post.
Oh, really nice clear through Lamps right now. A little bit of delay, but it's Alexic who's managed to find Crashies.
Fnatic yet to lose a post plant on this map so far. But this might be one of the best opportunities Na'Vi get. The stun slightly missing, Shao sidestepping, but Fnatic finding the jewels. And with that, Hero is the last player left up against his former club. And it looks like his number...
He's not going to get the opportunity this time. Hero on the other side is caught out by Chronicle. And with that spike committed towards A, Fnatic probably thinking, hey, maybe B's not a bad idea if we can try and escape.
Chron calling to Alpha to potentially come back and clear, but without a drone, his hands are busy. Alexic, the next to be shown the door as Fnatic make their way through this half-buy. Yeah, you can just see the positioning of Chronicle is a lot more reserved than it had been in previous rounds. Na'Vi were gaining value from their proactivity, but here it's a lot more laboured. And in terms of what's working well for Fnatic, they're finding the space up A short, just biding their time for the opening. So the Des discussed it in detail, the attack speed. This one working just fine for them. Nice shot, Roxic, though, and that makes things interesting.
That it does, keeps the attention for this. And there's players low on Fnatic that are within a striking distance of a Sheriff.
Blinding. Well, Roxic even investing the paranoia, which slightly missing out on Boaster. Just reconfirm that Na'Vi is still making an attempt of this as they collapse sightwards. Roxic last left, and they know exactly where he makes his reprisal from. So Fnatic with 7 now. The gap closed up to 3. Starting to think we're arriving in timeout territory for Na'Vi. And in terms of showing any kind of strat book, it's just a 3-player face on Showers to start.
That's a tough battle to come into.
A tough way to go if you're Alexic. We know how good his first bloods have been in winning Na'Vi rounds. They'll be without his services here as Fnatic are creating a short pressure again as they have executed here for the last few.
Look at Kron this time, he's moved even further towards B long, and as Fnatic just moved their way in towards the A site. Kayak making that space, and well, Angel holding on towards Showers. Roxic tries to get a bit cheeky, moving into his own smoke, but Kayak had taken that space, and Fnatic have the option to go B if they want, but need to be careful because Hero's sitting in the TP.
Yeah, he is. This is a very interesting position that he's taken up. Looks like they are just going to double down and commit to the site itself, though, which means that the rotation time is that little bit longer for Hero, and it shouldn't even be considered at this point. This Poison Orb from Chronicle is a signpost, a statement of intent, one not shown by Fnatic in recent rounds.
Oh, well, somehow Roxic's found Kayak there. Chow maybe feeling a bit stuck. Roxic's going for an aggressive TP. A crossfire established, sure. But he's just gone for it.
Flashback onto the angle. Does pick up the kill, but Alpha, yeah, a trade. An equivalent exchange. He's trying to look over the top of the smoke, but can't quite thread the needle.
And that's upgrades that Navi will go and collect. So this round now put into the realms of possibility for the defense. Fnatic still stick around.
30 seconds
Want to
left.
re-hit this part of the map as Roxic is going to use the From the Shadows into a heaven and has been revealed in the process. Cosmic Divide dropped on site, Crashies picking up the first.
Yeah, but Angel in Garden, he has a chance to catch Alpha here and does.
But the plant is going to be safely now behind the wall from Boaster. Showstopper in from Alexic, knows Armageddon from Alpha.
And Roxic stuck and Tube as well, so his availability to try and escape from this is going to be extremely hard.
With no TPs either, so yeah, he has to just fight this one forwards into the empty gap, no man's land. Quite literally, as Fnatic have still not hit the site. The null command is so well timed, a Nightfall of their own from Na'Vi, everything invested to turn the 12th round, and only 12 seconds or less to get the spike in. Angel and Shao, the old-timer duo, rolling back the years against Fnatic to finish it here. Deny the plant, you win the round, and Boaster can't.
Navi ready to go. And also on top of that, let's look at Alexic on that late flank just before this execute comes in.
It's Boaster at the forefront right now though. Alpha in support. Roxic has the first and Alexic moving inwards. Satchel peek to Kron but can't quite close the distance in time. Na'Vi down 2 players to 4, but if you can find kills like that untraded, maybe there would have been a chance. Alexic now needs the 2v1.
Yeah, and spike planted towards CT. It looked good, but it just misses out. Crashies holding the cross.
Boaster down to A. Fnatic in the past always been so good at this split through Showers. The drone will tag Alexic, but not before he's drawn first blood. An Angel throwing himself into the flames will fall to Boaster.
He will.
What was he up to there?
He's been very... his decision-making has always been to try and hold on towards Shills himself, but Hero trying to hold on towards Lamp nearly has his light put out.
Fnatic closing the distance brilliantly, and here is that Viper's Pit, encircled all the way to the back of sight, and now Na'Vi with numbers. Alpha, yeah, restoring order. 2 players falling at his hands.
Spike planted.
Alexic still trying to recover things with the op is the next to get laid waste by Alpha.
Ignition.
One more to go, it's Ruxic. At the very least, he might have the element of surprise. It's this judge again.
Surely not, right?
Think so.
What in Jules?
Kayak drawing first blood, still has the showstopper, of course. Shao trying to make his way in the back line. But Alpha has already cottoned onto this. And it's going to be as clean as you like from Fnatic to force the final round of Red. Kayak on the prowl would be looking for his opener, can't collect it, but Kron, through the reveal on site by Crashies, is set up perfectly.
I mean, the Armageddon forcing players towards Elbow as well. And now NAVI have a different approach to the retake.
You are divided.
Fnatic still just not happy to rely and be resigned to the site. They have to fight Elbow and they take it. Chronicle and Crashies leaving just the pair of youngsters to try and undo what's been set against them. Hero begins it, but Alexic can't finish it. Not in this 3 versus 1 stacked against him. The nade drops into Elbow through. Invested towards the A site to just chip away at Kron, see if they can bait the molly out of his hands, but he has not bitten for it.
Yeah, remember every single time on this defense he would find a corner in which to hold, and he doesn't quite get the second. Crashies can't control it whatsoever, and Angel with the double. NAVI with the pivot, and on towards the B site they go, where Fnatic stands strong, ready to go! It's Kayak! Knocks them down!
Return to sender, still a nade for him to use here, and Angel is low with the spike.
And that's the problem, right? Kayak escapes, him and Boaster holding through, CT not wanting to give the next pick to Fnatic, but Angel does, and time becomes a real issue. That spike needs to go down.
Hero has to hop up on the ledge to grab it, so he's looking for the fight.
Yeah, here we go. There he goes. Is Shao. Does he get cleared?
Well, Kayak is going to be stunned and spammed by his own teammate Salvo, but it's a helpless task in the end out on site. No trade. Boaster late from Showers into the 50-50. He can't collect the right corner. With Alexic finding that, it feels as if we are doomed to repeat. Unless Alpha and Crashies can combine against 5, with Angel already starting to close the distance.
Yeah, but is he going to give away another pick to Fnatic, or is he going to be keeping up with his fragging capabilities? It's going to be the latter.
It absolutely is. Oh, a little overinvestment of the knife, perhaps, to just confirm that Crashies was there, and they'll know it now. Second check back to the drawing board. Back to the attack side and some early hookah control.
Kayak, that's a big entry kill on towards Hero as he jumps spots for Shower.
The macro from NAVI in the previous round as well heavily relied on Hero staying alive on the opposite extremity. Nice knife timing there from Angel.
Yeah, and not only that, look at Ruxic's position in hookah, he's still not been identified. That's going to be an issue if someone just walks into his line of sight, but it's long where the majority of the push comes from, and Fnatic deals with it.
Long play reinforced, and NAVI can't get the jump on Fnatic in this first round of OT yet again. Ruxic has the paranoia. It would be effective if he sent it Garden Woods.
Oh, he sent it towards the side. That's an issue. And now a 1 versus 5, which he needs to clutch up. The high.
Oh, Kron not looking.
Shao towards Showers. That's a big kill from Angel, and that's more pressure on the push from Fnatic.
Yeah, that has to be the reaction. Fake TP from Ruxic on towards Showers, but Fnatic fighting the site instead. Alexic 10 toes down from the corner. He has to stave them off if NAVI are to survive. A couple of kills might just be enough, but the rest must do their job.
Yeah, remember, still glass cannon up from heaven. Does Ruxic realise this?
And we've got Angel approaching late as well. Into short, so Ruxic's job. Oh, the flash has betrayed him! Just as much as we talked it up, that was the chance for Ruxic to strike. Hasn't spotted the cross from Boaster. The dagger hovering above their shoulder now, as is the spike for NAVI. But proceedings begin with the drone in main and Kayak playing in front of it.
Yeah, being aggressive, taking that entry pick, and now NAVI being quick to now move on the A site where that Vice setup is.
It's not only is it Angel dead first, it's both of their initiators elsewhere, so getting in past this Vice util is a torrid task. Fnatic finding a couple, Alexic dashed the wall, finally NAVI are in with their feet planted and the spike as well.
Yeah, and look at the utility set up already by the Cypher of Hero. Fnatic need to be careful when moving back in, but 2 players to the good. All they need to do is trade out to a finish.
If Ruxic decides to fight towards Heaven, he is going to get a 1 versus 1, but the dart has revealed Hero's position, and as much as his trap will do the same, you're asking too much of the Frenzy push to the corner here.
And he was giving away a lot this
year. He was. I heard that he might also have Riot buddies if you DM him on Twitter, jokes aside. There's quite a few pistols in this Fnatic anti-eco. And for NAVI, they've already found their first duel.
Oh, okay. They found the next 4 round previous and you think, oh, it's just going to be a rifle. Upgrades. Instead, no. Stingers instead. And Pizza is fully loaded at the minute.
And both players with TPs getting suppressed, so no way out.
This is becoming a real issue as NAVI continue their assault through and towards market. But Fnatic can't buy themselves.
Sentinel utility is up, so Fnatic can remain resolute in positioning, but there is the flash. It's Kron that's going to nip it in the bud first, and with the spike lost, both sides on either side of this smoke.
Yeah, NAVI managing to break down. What was the crossfire? Alpha chasing them down, and Hero left in a 1v.
As NAVI haven't really been running into this utility all too much up until this point. Now they have.
Yeah, and the thing that NAVI need to be careful of is look at Alpha here, hiding in the corner up on Heaven. Fnatic make the play in towards the site, but, well, Alexic has been undefeatable, it seems, in these first engagements.
Yeah. A much needed improvement from him. And the jet pick is only going to compound that. An agent which you see him on a lot. With a rifle in his hands, most importantly. NAVI opting for an op a lot of the time before. But sometimes just being a little bit more mobile is exactly what is. But has got the plant in now, and Fnatic still not yet taking up the option to flood. They've been stopped at the gates by Hero.
Yeah, and NAVI very late to this, but I mean, at the same time, Fnatic are slow on their uptake on the retake.
It's like both teams are playing from the barriers yet again. As Kayak played in by the util, forced to respect the dart on the other side, but none shown to his Elder as Angel is removed from the server very quickly. 4 on 3, Fnatic now favoured, but time playing against them on the defense of all things. Smoke placed in their face with Shao removed from main. Things start to get a little better, but Ruxic still yet to be claimed. Time is low, there's not much of it. I don't know that Crashies has this one. It's going to go all the way down to the wire. The B play.
I mean, there's going to be no tour de force anymore.
Great use of the null command to just bustle their way into B, and Alexic moving through Fnatic at pace. Slicing them in half. Alpha gets 1 from the classic of all guns, and Kron back with 2. All of a sudden, there's a round to be had.
Yeah, and both players have rifles.
Oh, Ruxic's been spotted on the edge of the smoke. Not like this again. Omen v Omen. He's given up the site, but Bosa can cover the spike and work on the defuse.
Oh, he's just going to stick this.
Across the halfway point already. Ruxic holding his nerve. Jump! He's forced to drop back to short, as NAVI are ready to make a move on A, and he gets caught by Ruxic.
Yeah, well, at the same time though, NAVI activate the wall, distracting Fnatic.
Still going.
Look at the space, he's got another!
And there's a player revealed on site. Ruxic trying to close the net. Chronicle to fight the good fight, and he certainly can. 2 more. Still might not be enough.
Yeah, and continued delay here.
Spike planted.
As NAVI look to reinforce that site. Door dropped. There's a trap on the other side, and Fnatic will feel that they have to come out of Heaven.
Alpha was just searching for it. Crashy's looking to set up a reveal perhaps for Alpha to find a shot. I think the suppression might just have caught him there, and Angel has finished things.
Yeah, it's probably looking at another save, yet trying to get the op back, which Crashies will do. And NAVI, his approach from shot this time round, Crashies being in a much more forward line than what he usually is through market.
And the knife timings from Angel up until this point have been perfect. There's both Sentinels caught there, and Ruxic punishing the extension from Alpha, yeah.
NAVI just waiting for Fnatic to move into their crosshairs. And you've got to be looking at that B main space that the defense currently hold on to at the minute. NAVI finally start to make inroads in map control. It seems like they want to go through A shot, but that flash didn't hit. And Fnatic didn't get the information they were looking for.
Kayak has also dropped the TP out of B, so can start to move away from things here if necessary. Essentially though, Chronicle is all by himself, resting on his laurels. Will have the wall to slow this push. And time is dwindling if you're Na'Vi.
Yeah, they need to start to make a decision. Angel needs to be careful as he's all the way up market, and 2, maybe even 3 players close by as he walks into the crossfire. Crashies will be able to get rid of them. Oh, but 20 seconds left. The rest of the pack for the attack is making its way through. Alexic needs to hit. He will do it. And now Boaster trying to deny the spike getting over. He just can't quite. It's all chip damage in the end.
And there's nothing to stop Na'Vi from running their way through the middle of the map, the belly of the beast and onto B. Alexic spots Kron. The knives won't land. But this is now 7 rounds secured.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the decision making. I'll be completely honest.
That's true.
But it's not about how you win the round. It's if you win the round.
Yes.
And NAVI are going to get 7.
Angel, the OG shape. He has no TP either, but you're just waiting for that util. Cleared out, perfectly timed from Kayak. And from Feast or Famine, finally he feeds. Twice the numbers for Fnatic and a wall in the face of Na'Vi.
Sold out, Kron.
Drop back to.
Look at this time, well, Fnatic, they're so lax when it comes to the mid control. Alpha pushed to the corner. NAVI tried to clear him out, successful in doing so. And, well, Kayak has control of A main. As NAVI can try to push towards heaven. Is it to be advised? Certainly not! As Fnatic deal with any push coming their way. Spike on the ground, and a round to be recollected, retried, I don't know. NAVI left scratching their head as everything's gone wrong, and Kayak wants to make sure he knows exactly where the last remaining player is. That is going to be the null commando. Alpha still wanting another go at it, and this time successful.
Alexic though flooding through the smoke. Alpha and Heaven, a match made in heaven, quite literally, as he's already found 2. Plant now coming in, Fnatic setting up the retake, Steel Guard and Hunter's Fury both available.
Still though, that spike not being committed just yet, and you know that Fnatic are waiting for that notification to hit the go button. Kayak though denies Ruxic his life.
The ult's now coming back in, landing on Angel, his life removed, and Hero sussed out of the situation. No spike, no hope. Angel was looking for the knife timing to stop the retake, but placed it. Had been a potent blend up until this point, nothing going for now.
Angel needs to be careful, put under pressure. Ruxic traded out quite evenly at the minute. I don't know if that Omen will probably be a big loss for Na'Vi if they do try and attempt a retake, but Angel reinvestigating. The ghost not really hitting, finally it does, and it will take out Alpha.
Very committed position from him, especially with Boaster closing things up from main. Fnatic looking to make it back-to-back pistols, but it's a 3-on-3 situation. Na'Vi fully retaking from short.
That is. The Arc Row's not going off, but Chronicle's Ghost is. 2 versus 2, and Boaster and Kron have a crossfire which they can work with. Boaster was wondering about a retake coming, or a plate flank. Instead, no, it doesn't work out. Kron's Ghost certainly has been down to a 1 versus 1. Xiao solo. It would take 1 bullet from the captain, from the IGL, and he's dancing around with them.
Brilliant.
It's unbelievable. Outside mid at the moment.
We've got here Angel breaking the door just in case the A play is made so that Short can fight him from wherever.
Ooh.
About to go off with a bang. And contact here. You'd think it would be Angel.
You would think that, but it's not going to be the case. The paranoia goes out. At least Rooksik's able to win that initial duel.
Oh!
But Angel's fully blind, and Boaster winning out.
What was that?
Same time, look at Kron scaling through B main.
He will bide his time, not overplaying his hand. This is a huge swing round for Fnatic to take. It would be yet another bonus.
The discipline and the patience from Fnatic is exemplary. The way they're able to cut noise, make their opponents sweat, and NAVI have next to no information at the end of the day. Hero trying to take the next engagement, and it's just Boaster here.
Happy to take that late positioning. Not yet scaling into spawn. In fact, he'll TP back and force Hero to clear this, but Alpha lazily walking into the line means that Xiao punishes 10 seconds.
Yeah, Alexic now trying to hold on to backside so he can deny the spike plan if it's to be attempted. But in the smoke, does so! I don't think there's enough time here. Going straight into it, and the drone's going through market instead. At least there's a TP out for Alpha.
Mid-engagement's been so heavy-handed, but Alexic finds Crashies, and with the spike down in the middle of nowhere.
This is getting muddy.
Fnatic have so much to do to take this back. Na'Vi need to show some discipline from this position.
Alpha has got the spike back, but not collected it just yet. Waiting to see if he can truly do it.
Teleport's ready.
Heroes also just placed a deep trap in B main. Already has one covering market.
Does Alpha think he's got the spike?
I don't think so.
He's walked away from it anyway.
30 seconds.
In recent times, this to stop 10.
Still though, still 8. Still Fnatic, stuck outside in main. Yeah, Kayak gets the entry, but Alexic, I mean, ready to come in through CT with the blade.
What?
He's not hit the player in front of him. It's worked out though. And Hero, well, he's trying to spam line up instead.
And the timing is key as well. Boaster mid-TP, flashed out behind them, sprays for 1 but can't transfer to take 2. Kayak in the back lines, able to restore order somewhat and open up the A play with Crashy supporting. And Alpha from top middle. Fnatic have done all that was required up until this point, but it's a familiar face that could still find yet another of the miracles we've come to expect from him.
Cage in the back pocket, that's a way to get onto site, but it's whether Fnatic gives him the 1 versus 1s, gives him the engagements that we know he can win.
Crashy's playing late from short with the ult if needed.
Cage triggered.
Kayak, the contact, the cage is opened. Hero on top of Gen, drops down. He's been hurt. Time pressure becoming a factor as Crashies has repositioned with the dart. There's just so much to try. Brings out the attack side of a big exchange about to go down in middle.
Alexic wants to take that forward line. He's getting shot at and unfortunately not collected. Even able to escape. Look at this, Kayak, hello? How far ahead is he?
What? And how much further does he want to take it?
It seems like he's going to be re-cleared by the drone.
Position
That's a
ping.
good spot.
Alpha placing the trademark in short, but
It's
beneath
ankle.
the feet of Alexic. He can catch the cross if a player goes Arch, and oh, it's Kayak walking back. Only hits him for half and has no dash.
Yeah. Trying to walk out. Angel, though, actually gets the player behind Poster. And the engagement's through mid. Go Fnatic's way. So there's a chance, or not a chance, a decision. Do we just hit straight in towards B? Shao ready to support Rooksik as both teams use their intel darts, but Fnatic still taking their time trying to get out.
Rooksik looks to try and command the space. Shao has to fill in behind. Alpha finding his first. Clearing the close corner as a Shao commits to the spam. It's a 1v1.
Needs to reload.
Wonder Kid versus Wonder Kid. Spike tapped, Alpha in position! That old flame reignite multiple times already this series, and it may come to blows yet again. But not before Alpha has his mark on the round.
Some shot.
Here's the duel between the two of them, but Boaster that much quicker.
Again, no Rooksik, he's just swung straight into mid and not checked his corners correctly. Alpha continues his reign through mid as well. It seems Fnatic continue the reign to get this spike down.
They've done such a good job so far at containing Navi's game plan.
They just dropped the spike on site. They don't even want to plant it. They're like, well, listen, we can get anybody an orb if it's really needed. In fact, actually, sorry.
Spike planted.
Yeah, it's Kayak to go and get an orb in A main, as well as get the spike plant, maximise the orb potential. And then they can also go hunting for hero if they really want to. Actually, out from logs. He was going to try and take the next engagement, but waits for it to come to him instead. And that's the entry pick found.
A big loss as well. Chronicle Steel Garden looked to be set up for the B site execute. Crashy's still holding on to the Hunter's Fury, of course, but in the meantime, you've got to think about Angel. And he can counter all of this, and Rooksik spotted Boaster already, setting up the rest of his team.
Seen the gun barrel. He's waiting for the chance, the opportunity to use this paranoia. He takes it, out he goes, but can't quite get Kayak. At least keeps it somewhat in Fnatic's favour, but Navi are sending this one back, taking the advantage with Spike down. What can Kayak really give us? Not
contact for the paranoia from Rooksik. They'll be able to stall out that first wave of aggression, not if Kayak TP's past it.
And does so. Beats the players, but can't win the duel. Alpha, at least finding that trade, is the ultimate fire-up from both sides.
Yeah. And that's why Angel was playing retake. The null command comes in, and Fnatic have to pause for just a moment, and there's little time left.
They need to be careful. Crashes, though, is the contingency. It's a late play towards the B side. Boaster first on it. Spike down in mid, and it's all falling apart. Alpha with 20 seconds left. That's too far out of his boathouse. And it looks to be Navi, the first to
use the null command in the last.
Maybe this is the secret weapon.
No,
he's been cracking
it's the Navera. He's ready to go.
Well, it seems to be the case. Alexic is as well. It's he'll beat Alpha out in an up versus up duel.
And maybe that's all you need.
Seems to be
like
the case.
A Pokemon trainer. Go, Alexic, into B main, and there's the first.
Oh, he's been good for it. Fnatic, though, need to be good on this site hit as Navi begin their re-clear through mid.
Who's next?
It seems if this execute is going to come through.
Angel throws a flash to just slow things down a little bit.
I mean, that's what he's good for, right?
Yeah, we saw the Thorns go into stairs as well to stop the flood from the defenders, so it's a bit of a stalemate. Alexic trying to fight backside, blades out, gets the burst, nails the shot. Oh, Alexic! Into the right click, claims the nade! Already at the garage barrier. We know that when they changed up the pace on previous maps, it was a problem for Navi to contain. Rooksik can hear heavy footfall already surging up long.
And look at the collection of Navi players here, plus 4 on the site, ready to fight.
But it's only as long as that one-way stays up. Alexic hitting the heights immediately, and Rooksik not too far behind. This reaction from the defense has been fantastic so far, with crashes against a team which he and everyone else are so acutely aware of how good they can be. Or will he show his own stuff? And it seems to be the latter right now.
Fnatic, they've once again shown presence B. Long want to head towards A now. With two Lux going through mid. Navi, the timing's insane.
It is, but this turret should still spot the walk through window, and it's just classics from Fnatic. The deal with Icebox for them, coming back into the two. Using the one-way to potentially drop back and couple up with Hero, but it's Alexic instead. Still playing top gen at the time, finding the kill on B, and Ruxic doing his job, holding up the B end of the bargain. Surely not. Chronicle is down to amount of HP, which is going to go up from the heal. And it's the Marshall at best.
Yeah, I mean, needs heads, or 10 body shots. Don't think he's going to get any of that. Time still ticking away as Fnatic are struggling to get that spike onto site, and that's come through in the kill feed as well. This is the first engagement, but look at Xiao. He's so far forward, and Navi need to be careful. A-site giving up, playing for the retake, as Boaster still tries to wreck that mid setup, but he gives up his life for it.
And now heading back into the retake for NAVI. In terms of the util, not all too much, but you have to be thinking about Xiao's wall and how exactly that can help the retake.
Yeah, I mean, Angel got his info dart up not so long ago, and well, Fnatic are just getting completely dealt with. Crashes is coming in for a late flank, but there's two walls, one of which is his own team's. It's 5 in a row. And
absolutely, and just in terms of the own high standards which they hold themselves to. But for NAVI, it's an absolute blessing. Hero gifting them a lead in this round in terms of player numbers, with a couple of rifles in play, both Kayak and Alpha digging into the pockets to try and show some kind of resistance. You can see that Ruxic has moved up deep in garage as well, so this big rotation afforded for NAVI towards A. Mid setup still not dealt with by Fnatic. A lot of the simple stuff getting overlooked at the moment.
Hey, listen, it's just as simple as that. It seems every player on a NAVI screen has been completely shot out. And even an investment of the lockdown. They know NAVI, if they can get this one over the line, it's going to be as easy as that. Ruxic into position, Crashes has got a time upon him, and it will be a knife to end out.
And not a single Fnatic player getting a kill on that round.
Disciplined, patient, but they just look all out of answers.
To start getting onto the positives, there are ults to spend in this round, and that will get Kayak up and running in round 7. And maybe that's just where it starts. Playing from top side, Angel does respond, returning with one, and Ruxic still roaming around the B space as you expect him to do.
Oh, but that's pit dropped. Fnatic should now know he's on the move.
Oh, and they managed to catch him in transition as well. Kayak with another, and things starting to come up good for Fnatic finally. Alexic hears the drop into mid from Crashies, but not able to equally respond to it with the blades. But just now, he finally gets his first. Time starting to tick away, and that's where Angel needs to get on the spike. Alexic the distraction, spots the next target, but Kayak is there. And having finally met themselves with some resistance.
Again, that ultimate's a big conversation point as Kayak tries the same point of entry once again. But Ruxic's just spammed out and caught Kayak dropping down. Well, it is going to end up 4 versus 4.
Chronicle's still running through this defense though, up on top of his own wall with a boost in the corner, safe plant, or so you could say. He's stuck in the corner.
And managed to be cleared. Still though, we still stay all even, and if we really want to, Alpha here can use that lockdown, which he does.
Okay, but that's just enough time for Ruxic to stick this. Kayak needs to get on the angle, it's Crashies instead, and he just about grabs it. Saves them right at the death. Hero should be able to follow this up, but I say should with...
Now the spike finally being attempted to go down, but Kron once again playing off his Sage wall.
Yeah, this is really nice. Kron, such a capable flex player, but Sage on this map for him has always had its nuance, trying to gain that extra margin of advantage, but no pick taken, the slow still to bring this one down to a snail's pace.
I mean, shots need to be perfect from NAVI, because how do you get by Kayak's op?
Grinding the defense down to a halt.
Yeah.
Xiao has his own wall here to recontest.
Oh, okay. Somewhat worked out in NAVI's favour. That's 2 to them.
2 kills picked up, Alexic over the top. Defuse being worked on by Xiao. And Navi getting it all done. The second anymore. But a Guardian collected, Crashy's the one that takes the hit.
Maybe playing for his ultimate late into the round. There's also that Viper's pit forward poster. And he's able to try and clear out B. That snakebite might be enough.
Molly blanket coverage and Kayak opening up the site, carving it to Fnatic's advantage. And Navi now will be looking at the save. Alexic's op was what began proceedings, as he's managed to best Kayak throughout this series so far. Needs to be a little careful here though. Alpha cuts him out the picture for the next
round. I feel that gap will close even more so here. Fnatic, if things do start to get worrisome, Viper's Pit, Hunter's Fury, those were kept from the last round. They'll be big to be kept in towards the last round as well. NAVI start to get a better picture of how this round looks. Body's now starting to move over. That spike though, you imagine, will go down fairly uncontested, and that will be the case.
Yeah, 5v5 retake situation. Again, Xiao's wall and the res if needed.
Still the advantage in terms of guns as well. And well, numbers now as Kayak made his entry into this one. Still though, there's always a chance, and it seems to be the case. As the last couple of picks somewhat got close, but as Navi keep moving through this round, there's bodies hemorrhaging left, right and centre. A 1 versus 2 in Rook's flank, and a big 1 versus 1 against Rookshake, but they don't clear Hero, and Chronicle caught out.
Second round in a row player from top screen, but Kayak still looking to fight this one forwards towards screen.
Oh, Electric takes his time and through Boaster's orb, and now with the spike down, Navi are 2 players to the good.
You should run.
Both lockdowns coming in incredibly deep that we see invested from Hero, as he was hoping that that would stop Crashies from getting the ult in and denying some of that deep positioning.
Oh, the timing from Kayak.
Oh, what?
It seemed good, but still the trade out even better. It's all about delay now, and Fnatic winning out the post plan.
Alpha has the first, and here's the ult to fall back on.
Well, Hunter's Fury ripping off here. Alpha here still playing within the site. All 3 bolts gone, but that pit down. Alpha just needs to take him off the spike and done so. The pit down and crash.
Much praise sung his way. Can he back it up in the server? It's not to be. Bittersweet as Chronicle will collect 2 off the back of it, and the Fnatic aggression does not falter towards A, but the B site is where Alpha has to contain.
Yeah, haven't been able to deny a spike plan, but Alpha needs to be careful he doesn't give away a freebie to Navi. Instead, Crashies does.
And ships in the night, heading Snowman. 2 Navi players backed up, now Alpha's position revealed, and the Sharks encircle him, trying to get one. He's managed to do it somehow. And it's a 2v1 with Alexic required to be the hero again. No updraft, no dash. It's hack and slash against the wall. Standard that you would see as the Stingers getting close range and do what they do best.
Yeah, already the first one gone, and it is Chronicle, which is a big loss. Delay no longer there for the defense, but Spike still not committed here, and that's allowed Fnatic to get into position.
Tip of the spear blunted, Alexic gone. Roxy's trying to follow it up, and it's Alpha yet again. 4v3, Fnatic poised.
Yeah, well, that spike will go down in the meantime. You look at the utility to come back in. There is that reveal for Crashies.
And you're waiting for Angel to get his back, but still 6 seconds playing up close.
Yeah, there is a heal on Xiao. Should anyone take an engagement and lose a big bunch of health here? That goes up, but so does Angel. This force does not look good at all! It's Fnatic denied.
Reaction, because they have the extremity control, and in this brawl, the buy from the defense still isn't the strongest, so as Na'Vi muscle their way in, they can get the spike down.
Yeah, it's down in the meantime. Fnatic, though, patient, waiting for players to come in, and Alpha opens up the round the same way as last.
And the biggest advantage that Fnatic now have is their utility. So much more than Na'Vi to stave off this retake.
Electric still not cleared, and the orb takes his time in, and Alfia gets his second. Fnatic are just running through NAVI at the moment. Economy, right, if they let this get out of hand. I mean, they've tried to force the issue, didn't work out. Now they've put themselves at a vulnerable state. Oh, Kayak finding heroes massive. Wait, he's gone for more?
Yeah, he was, but finally thinks better of it. You could see him on the player cam looking over into the audience at the family members, trying to see if he can deliver them a gift here.
Put on a show.
Exactly. And with him having such big shoes to fill with Durka being the king of Icebox as it was when Fnatic first showed this map all the way back in Reykjavik, opening game against Crew, we all remember how it went. And now it's Crashies trying to stake his own claim. Hero lost as the Sentinel player. Makes Na'Vi feel ever frail.
Yeah, screamer of a shot. Electric is the only one in mid though, so he needs to be careful. Alpha getting a notification that NAVI have made their way on towards site before that spike plant attempted. And Electric still looking for more.
Oh, shot's not quite landing on the first bullet. Hunter's Fury to try and dig him out from position as he remains entrenched. Electric mowing his way forwards, but met with resistance.
Yeah, a little bit of delay, trying to work out in Navi's favour, but Ruksik's so low, Navi need to hold on.
Still aggressive in post, and with the numbers now stacked against them and Alpha online with the lockdown, would there be enough time to invest it? Fnatic thinking better of the situation. The dash across cuts off. Alexic, the lifeblood, the support is gone as Navi's heartbeat.
That you would expect NAVI don't have the capabilities to do it in this round, but there's always a chance, especially after the entry that they got.
It's in this phase of the round as well where NAVI struggled with their direction a little bit. Rooksik's been spotted, they are caught.
Literally denying information anymore. Angel trying to look for more, and NAVI finding it. That spike can go down comfortably. 2 players to the good are NAVI.
Spike planted.
Ron still has the wall, but Crashies needs to clear close. He's gonna catch Alexic. Now that is a problem. Pit in play, but not the be-all and end-all.
Yeah, and no drone to clear the pit. There is the dart, but with that lockdown being invested, where does Fnatic go?
This is a statement of intent from Na'Vi. 2 ults to confirm they will not lose the round when they need it so desperately. Still time to play with. Crashies searching with this dart and gets the timing on the first, but still the pit remains resolute and his chances are gone.
It gets worse and worse. Maybe a little too eager to take that next fight. Now you've got to be looking at Ghost or top site.
Did a good job being stalwart and holding off the push here before, but NAVI have an affiliation with Site B. It's a little too easy right now for them getting in the door. And from this post plant, 5v2, the odds stacked further against Fnatic's favour.
There's a chance here that both players decide to save up. Don't want to try and go against this. Well, at the same time, NAVI don't want to let them.
That's the expectation. Oh, Alpha able to catch Hero though. The problem is he's stuck in this mid spot by the blue box so long as he's able to frag his way out of it, and that seems to be the case. 3 already. But Alexic the long way round.
He's been looking for this through the turret, and it's Alpha, the player behind him, that gets caught out.
Still thinking about Kayak's blades for the time being. He's the most mobile, so that's why they keep him on B, but the issue stands with the A execution.
Spike will go down. Plenty of time to set up the post plant, as we know. There's even a player deposited to hold the flank just in case it's needed. Still engagements going on site though.
Oh, Alexic is willing to entertain this spam duel through the slot, and it's not exactly going to help out his chances. The health pool of NAVI is starting to dwindle, and Fnatic still have key pieces of util coming back in. The wall again.
And Kayak was still alive, but he's gone now.
A big loss. A shout remains to find the kills necessary. Nice one from Kron, but that is all she wrote. NAVI do get to 10, and with little trouble, having only one casualty. We're asking a lot of questions.
But the only thing is, Alpha here is here, and he also has the lockdown to delay.
Oh, head spotted by Kron through the gap. Under the stairs, sent to the cupboard. NAVI packed up in this round. Still 2 players towards B though. Chance for the spike to go in, but Shao wants that advantage, something which NAVI were without on a lot of rounds.
I mean, this next engagement even more important. Alpha wins it.
Alpha headshot onto Alexic, but still in play. Res available for Shao to try and find, but there's no one that he can really look to pick up on their feet.
No. Fnatic happy to concede a plan. Realistically, nobody really trying to deny it. There is utility to delay, but overall, it's all about the numbers game for the defense.
Lockdown for Alpha, Hunter's Fury for Crashies. Angel has a counter, but that brings him out of play. You're seeing it invested from Crashies immediately. 2 tags, not 2 kills. Further delay from Fnatic, time running out, but NAVI finally get the spike in.
Yeah, the molly just missed. Ruxic though gets the equalizer.
Peeking out, Ruxic another double kill, and Angel on the op! Kayak one of his own, Res available on both sides, but it's Shao that'll bring Alexic back into the fray.
Yeah, they know this round is important. And there's no more ultimates realistically for Fnatic apart from that res.
And they're gonna get it. Boaster back on his feet. And in terms of that utility, an orb for them to maybe use to cover the spike plant. Into a lineup, Boaster goes. The molly coming in from the skies. But NAVI have Ruxic.
That alarm bot being triggered.
And now that second layer in mid. It's not just 1 lurk, it's 2. And the reason for it, the lockdown. NAVI are fighting this.
Yeah, they're trying to play on the front foot, but Fnatic have dealt with it. NAVI are trying to run for the hills. Kron tries to take a timing as well, and it doesn't go their way. And this throws this round
Time
into
trepidation. Yeah, absolute jeopardy. Crashies has done all of the hard work so far.
10 seconds
yeah,
left.
but that spike needs to go down, and that's the most important part. There's 2 players for Fnatic here. Alexic will attempt it, but he's going to be denied. Is it Fnatic once again?
As soon as this wall drops, we're about to enter Bedlam.
And Alexic tries to take that back space, but he's been revealed, and Alpha getting that kill. But still, NAVI hanging on the free, hanging on the edge. Fnatic still holding on to the site, but Boaster's found a little corner in which to work with. NAVI will attempt that plan. Boaster getting 1 more. Hyper's Pit being forced out of the NAVI, forced out of the defense, but it's still not working out! Fnatic look to be the first team to grab 12. Ruxic looking for another angle, and it will net him 1, but there's 4 more that he needs to find. Time so low. This is looking like Fnatic ready to close out this round and get the flood. Alexic a little too careless there.
And only with the Marshal to try and make something happen. Chronicle closing the gap.
Oh, onto the side he goes, so to Fnatic. They're going to shut it out here. The lockdown, the only thing stopping the defense as Alexic looks to deny! No way! He pushes Fnatic off his site.
And there's going to be a detainment on Alpha here as well. It's an effective 1v1, and he can reposition.
Both East boys. That's where they started their career. Kayak and Alexic. Alpha here, the difference. Hiding in the corner, close to the spike. It has been halved. It's all about the next engagement.
Such a bold play.
He's gone for it. The spray down.